Hello, and welcome to Patti Knits and Spins. I'm Patti. You can find me on Ravelry as Pattisand. I have a group, Patti Knits and Spins Podcasts, so please come and join me. You can follow me on Instagram. I am Pattisand631, and that's Pattisand 631. And I will follow you back. If you have anything that says that you are a knitter, spinner, crafter of whatever, I will follow you back. Today is December the 19th, 2014. This is episode 48. It's almost Christmas. On today's show, I have a work in progress. I have a hoe. I have some naps. I have some stitching, some spinning, Alaska fun fact, some administrati, a Christmas decoration, and whatever else crosses my mind. So, sit back, relax, grab your beverage of choice. I'm still doing the water, which I need some now. Your craft of choice, and let's chat. I'm going to start off this week with some administrati. The first is, there is still a December knit along in the group, so go ahead and post your finished objects in the December knit along. I only ask that you are a member of the group and that you finish it in the month of December. I will be doing a random number generator to pick a winner of a $10 or less pattern, giftable on Ravelry. The second thing I would like to talk to you guys about is in the next couple of months I will be hosting a knit with hand spun with the Stashless podcast group. So I would like to know what you guys like using your hand spun for, and maybe Karen and I can figure out what we want to do. Pick some from there and we'll figure out what we're going to do with the hand spun. So that's those. The other thing I'd like to talk about is January 1st is my Pottiversary date, and what I was thinking about doing is opening up for the next 2 weeks and close it on the 2nd. If you have any Alaska questions for me, or any statements you want to make about Alaska that you know about, go ahead and post it in the thread I'm going to open, and I will be pulling one member to receive a $10 or less pattern for my Pottiversary, and I will be closing that on the 2nd of January, since I will be doing a podcast on the 2nd. A day before my birthday! Yay, birthdays! My birthday is on January 3rd, so that'll be great to get that the Pottiversary done before my birthday. And I think that's all I have for administrati, but I do ask that you are a member of my Ravelry group to win the $10 or less prize on Ravelry. So, the Alaska fun fact, I said I would talk about the sunrise and the sunset. Sun rose today at 10:57. It's going to set at 2:39 for a total of 3 hours and 42 minutes, a loss of 10 minutes since last Saturday. As you can tell, the time has slowed down. We're not losing as much as we were before. And after the 21st, we will start gaining light again. So I'll do this for a couple of more times, and then we'll figure out something else for the Alaska fun fact. Maybe some of the questions you have for me about Alaska, I will throw those in and answer them that way. That would be a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys will ask me lots of questions. Now, let's get on with the knitting. My work in progress this week is my 12th pair of striped socks for the Stockinette Zombies Stripe Along. This is the toe of the, this is Red Heart, Heart and Soul. I'm knitting these on a size 1, 2.25. I cast on with the Judy's Magic Cast On for 28. This time, though, I increased to 72 stitches instead of the 64. I like the fit much better. It's not squeezing my toes so much. So I'm going to start doing 72 stitch socks if I'm going to use my size 1 needles, or the 2.25 needles. I did a 3x1 rib, and this is my second one because I have a hoe. Here it is. This is the second sock, or the first sock, I'm sorry. I did the Fish Lips Kiss heel, and I did the 3x1 all the way up the leg until about an inch, and then I went to the 1x1 rib, and I did do the lacy bind off this time, so I won't have to block them so hard to make sure that they go on my leg. And I did my normal length of socks. They're almost as long as the foot. So I'm very, very happy about that. And they are in my Stockinette Zombie bag. And I am so glad I am almost done with the 12 pairs of socks. Now I've proven to myself that I can knit 12 pairs of socks in a year. I will not do that again, but I can do it, right? That's a good thing to know. Drink time. And that's all I have on the needles. I have some naps that I want to do, which is needle adjacent projects. The first one is, I'm still looking for this one. This is the Sheep to Shoe kit by Blue Moon Fiber Arts in the Bejeweled colorway with 522 yards. I went through the Curls book that's by Hunter Hammerson. I haven't gotten the book yet, but I do have the PDF. And I pulled Pavinated, and that's really a pretty one. Or I thought Satious might be another good one to do. I'm almost leaning towards this one since it's doesn't have any lace stitches in there like this does. And I think that the variegation of the Blue Moon will be better with this one than the one with the lace. So those, I'm really hoping to start this on January 1st. This will be my January 1st stitch. I haven't started the loop bat that or the loop bump ball I showed you before. I showed last week. I looked at it, and it's 410 yards, and I think the other skein is like 200 to 300 yards. So I have like a DK and a Sport, I think. So I don't think that's going to work for that triangle. So I'm just going to use the one that I have 410 yards, do a triangle, and then call it good with that. The third one I have is my husband has been asking me for worsted weight socks for quite a while. And I decided, since I have this huge ball of Eco Plus, I have over 300 yards, I would go ahead and knit him a pair of socks to match his sweater that I made him. So this one is the color 0515, and I'm going to start with a size 6 needle since this is a thicker worsted weight, and go from there. If I don't like what it looks like, since I still do toe up, I'll be able to see if I like the fabric or not really soon, or really quickly from doing it. And if I don't like it on the 6, I'll go to a 5. But I'm hoping that a 6 will do really well, because I want to do these for his birthday, and his birthday is January 21st. So these are his birthday present. So I need to get cracking on those. But worsted weight socks should not take nearly as long as fingering weight, right? Right? Yeah, that's what I'm telling myself anyway. So those are the 3 projects that I am thinking about now. Stitching. This week, Palette PC and I have been kind of chatting back and forth about Heaven and Earth designs in the what should I stitch for Heaven and Earth. And Christy Rose commented that she didn't quite understand what we were talking about, but she liked the Middle Earth pattern project. And I do too. That one, though, I am going to wait until 2016 because I think that one's probably going to take me several years. So that one is going to be pushed off for a while. But I thought I would kind of try to explain the difference of parking and cross country. Now, I don't have any thread or floss with me right now, so it might be a little bit hard to understand, but I will go as slow as possible and hopefully what I say makes sense. So this is my water lily mermaid that I started last Friday. I got quite a bit done, but I'm not even finished with the first page. The first page of that pattern is this wide, and it is about that long. So I still have that whole bunch to do, but I'm going to push through as much as I can until January 1st, and then I'm going to set this aside for the memorabilia. Okay, so, but that's not what we're talking about, right? We're going to be talking about what cross-country is and what parking is. Cross-country is when you take a piece of floss and you follow that piece of floss through the colorways. So if it goes from this point all the way through to this point, you don't stop at the border of the 10 by 10 grid. You just keep going until you have run out of floss, or you can't find that color anywhere close enough to keep going. So it's kind of hard to see, but that one color went all the way down to here. So I didn't stop after I got the grid done, or the 10 by 10 grid done. I just kept going. Now parking is, people that like to park do just the 10 by 10 grid. So they will fill in the whole 10 by 10 grid before they move on. But if they still have a huge strand of floss left, and they see that that color is in the next 10 by 10 grid, they'll take the floss and they'll start the stitch. So they'll just pull it through to that hole and just leave it hanging until they're ready to do that grid. So if I had a color, if I was doing this 10 by 10 grid here, I would fill that 10 by 10 grid in, and if that color was in this next grid, then I would just move it there and it would hang until I'm ready. Some people do the 10 by 10 grid this way, or they'll do the columns. I started to do the parking and I really didn't like it because I don't like a lot of strings on my canvas or fabric. So hopefully that explains what the two differences are. If not, let me know and I'll try to do a little bit better job. But I'm really happy with the stitches. It's just going to take forever. I guess I didn't realize that this is 25 count, 1/1. It's going to take me a long time, but I'm really going to enjoy it when I'm done because she is just so beautiful. And I did look, this is the SQ, or QS, I'm sorry, I keep messing that up. So it's a smaller version. In the other version you see her whole tail, and I almost did it. I almost went ahead and pushed the button and bought it, but it needed 8 skeins of Krennic. And Krennic here in town is over $4. It's like $4.65. 8 skeins. 8. That's a lot of money just for one color. This DMC is, you know, anywhere from 39 cents to 49 cents in town. So, yeah, no, I'm just going to stick with only having to buy one skein of Krennic for this. But yeah, it's pretty though. You should check out, if these are all Heaven and Earth designs, that one is. So check out Heaven and Earth designs if you really enjoy stitching, because their patterns are so diverse and they're so beautiful. They are just fabulous. Okay, that's all I have for stitching this week. Spinning! Spinning, I went ahead and plied up that rambouillet that I showed you last week. So here we go. On one bobbin there was 22 yards, or no, so there have been 44 yards because I did an Andean braid and just went ahead and plied it that way. And then I took the other, and then of course I had this big one was 214, yeah. So there is a total of 236 yards, and I had 2.9 ounces, so it's pretty good, I thought. And this is a wildflower bat from Never Enough Time. There you go. And I really, really enjoyed spinning this rambouillet. There is some little chunky parts where some of it poofed off and didn't quite spin right, but I'm okay with that. I think this will make a beautiful cowl, because I'm leaning more towards the cowl since it is more of a gradient than anything else, because it started with that bright yellow, went to an orange, and then went to the red. So here we go. I really, really liked it. It was a lot of fun. Last night I went on to Aaron Makes Stuff. He had some drop spindles again with the colored pencils. So I bought myself a Christmas present. And when that gets in, I will show you guys that. I was really happy because I've been going on his website about once or twice a week to see when he's put more on. And I caught an update, and there were some there, and I was very, very happy. So I can't wait for that one to come in, because in February I'm going to be doing some drop spindling. Yeah, okay. And I have on my list to talk about my goals. I know that I added doing 10 squares a month on my sock yarn blanket, which that's very, very doable. I also need to reevaluate my Heaven and Earth. I had said I was going to do the Mirabilia, and I was going to start one of those big Heaven and Earth, which is called a BAP, which is a big-ass project. That BAP may wait until I'm either halfway done with the Mirabilia or halfway done with the Water Lily Mermaid. The Water Lily Mermaid has 2 full pages. It has 2 1/4 pages, and then on the bottom it's got 2 2/3 pages. So it's not a really, really full-paged thing, but it's still going to take me a while. So that might have to be put on the wayside instead of trying to do, like I was explaining before, the 2 weeks for the Mirabilia, 2 weeks for the Heaven and Earth design, and then 2 weeks for, or the weekends for the mermaid. I am more of a monogamous crafter. I can go back and forth between the spinning and the knitting, or the spinning and the stitching, but I have a hard time if I'm doing one stitching project to do another stitching project. That one kind of I'm going to have a hard time with. So I'm really going to have to think about that. But I do want to do the Mirabilia with everybody, because that's going to be so much fun with the beads and all the floss and the fancy floss that's with it. And I do want to get all of my Heaven and Earth designs done. I just know that they are going to take me forever. So I have rethought that. Instead of thinking about doing 3 to 4 pages in a year for the big project, I may be happy with 1 page for now until I get the other 2 projects done. And once I get the other 2 projects done, then I'll probably just zoom on one of those big projects and then just go from there to there to there. But I do want to start that Middle Earth map, hopefully in 2016. But we'll have to wait and see. My favorite, now it's time for the Christmas decoration that I like to put out every year. I used to collect dreamsicles. They're not porcelain. I'm not quite sure what they are, but here he is. This is up on the rooftop or housetop? I can't remember. I think it's rooftop. And this was made in 1998, and I think he is so cute. Turn that all the way around. I used to collect a lot of her stuff. Her name was Christy, and she had all sorts of different ones. I have they're like little angels, and yeah, they're little cherubs, and I have quite a few of them, and I've really enjoyed them. I have not seen them since Hallmark was carrying them, and I haven't seen them since Hallmark stopped carrying them, so I don't even know if she's making these anymore. But this is one I love to put out every year since 1998. And that's so much fun. Okay, well, I think that's all I have for you this week. Let me look around. I think it is. Wearing the hat for Knitting Den, who wanted podcasters to wear a funny hat for Christmas. So here's my hat. And yeah, I hope everyone has a fantastic Christmas if you celebrate, a fantastic Kwanzaa, fantastic, I lost that word again. I'm sorry, I lost the word again. Anyway, whatever you celebrate, I hope you have a great one. I will be seeing you guys on the 26th, on the 2nd, and we'll just go from there. Put in there what questions you have for me about Alaska. Put in your finished objects in the December finish along. I may not do a January along since I am going to be giving away that pattern on the 2nd. I hope everybody has a great week, and I hope you have a great Hanukkah. There. Hope you have a great Hanukkah. I hope you have a great New Year's Eve, in case I do kind of miss next week. And whatever you craft, I hope you craft it to your heart's content. See you guys later. Bye.